Once upon a time, there was an old castle, its stone towers weathered by centuries of wind and silence. It stood alone, surrounded by a shimmering lake that held the sky like a secret. The water whispered to the walls, and the walls whispered back, as if remembering something long forgotten.
Every stormy night, when the wind howled like wolves and lightning danced across the sky, a mysterious figure glided through the forest on a broomstick made of silver birch. Her name was Willow the Weather Witch. She wasn't scary, not really. Her cloak was stitched from clouds, and her hat sparkled with tiny stars. She had a soft spot for frogs, thunder, and raspberry jam. Now, deep in the lake in the castle was the room of the prince. All what he wanted was to find a nice princess. One night, the prince went to bed and had a dream. The most amazing he ever had. He danced on clouds spun from forgotten lore, whispering secrets through a golden door. One storm-swept night, the lake did roar, its waves like wolves against the shore. The prince cast line through thunder's cry, a silver hook beneath the sky. No fish did bite, no fin did gleam, but from the deep, as if from dream, a frog arose with regal grace, a golden crown upon its face. It spoke in tones both strange and clear. Beneath this lake, a girl lies near. The witch has bound her soul in sleep.
Say the magic word. Calabria, and she will come.
And she raised with open eyes. The storm grew quiet, stars looked down. The frog bowed low with jeweled crown. The prince leaned close, his breath aflame. He took her hand, still damp with lake-born light, and led her through the hush of fading night. The storm had passed. The stars now gently gleamed, as if the world itself had softly dreamed. They reached the gates of marble, tall and wide, where lanterns swayed and guards stood dignified. The prince declared, with voice both proud and clear, "A guest I bring, from waters deep and near." The king arose, his crown a golden flame. The queen leaned close to hear the maiden's name, and when she spoke, the hall grew bright with song, as if the walls had waited all along. No spell remained, no shadow dared to stay, for joy had come and swept the gloom away. But through the crowd, a hush did grow. A stranger came, her steps like snow. She wore a veil of vanilla thread. A scent of sweetness cloaked her head. No one knew, but some felt cold, as if a shadow brushed the gold. She watched the light, its gentle flare, the love that danced through castle air. For she was the witch, the spellbound seer, who once had ruled with silent fear. Yet now she stood, not to destroy, but to behold the birth of joy. She held the light, not stolen flame, but softened by the lover's name. In private, the frog approached her side. "No crowd, no throne, no place to hide it," I said. "I know what you conceal, the spell, the fear, the silent deal." She blinked, but did not speak aloud. Her breath was thin, her posture proud, yet in her eyes a flicker ran, the tremble of a broken plan. "I've told the prince," I said with grace, "your shadow cannot touch this place. The girl is free, the light is strong, your reign of silence won't last long." She turned away, her fingers tight, still holding on to stolen light. But panic bloomed behind her brow, for truth had found her, then and now. She slipped through halls in velvet hush, her steps a shadow, breath a rush. The veil now gone, her eyes revealed a mind undone, a fate unsealed. She'd planned escape beneath the moon, a silent flight, and none too soon. But guards had heard the frog's soft tale, and truth had tipped the justice scale. They found her near the garden wall, where roses wept and leaves did fall. She turned to run, but light was fast. The spell she'd cast could never last. Detained, she cried without a sound. Her fingers clenched, her head bowed down. The dungeon door swung wide and cold, a place for secrets.
"I hate you all of you!"
The dungeon stones were cold and worn, but cracks still whispered paths unborn. She found the steps, a winding thread, and rose like smoke where silence led. The castle slept in velvet gloom, its towers blind, its halls in bloom. She slipped through shadows, cloak held tight, a phantom stitched into the night. Her breath was sharp, her heart a drum, each footfall dared what fate might come. She ran, she turned, she scanned the air. The lake, it must be there. The walls bent low as if they knew. The stars withdrew, the wind blew through. She reached the edge where waters gleamed, still haunted by the light she schemed. But what she sought, redemption, power, lay tangled in that final hour. For even lakes remember pain and truth. Once freed, she reached the lake, its breath like glass, where moonlight shimmered slow to pass. The water hummed with ancient grace, a mirror to her shadowed face. But light, you see, is not a prize. It lives in truth, not witches' lies. Then silence fell, the stars grew still. The lake obeyed a deeper will, her form grew stiff, her breath was gone. She turned to stone before the dawn. Next morning, soft with golden mist, the couple rode where waters kissed. The lake was calm, the sky was wide, and love sat gently by their side. They passed the stone, half drowned in light, its surface warm, its edges bright. The frog, with eyes like ancient flame, leapt forth and called the stone by name. He brought it on the boat with care, a relic of the night's despaired, and no curse remained, no spell to break.
That was a dream. That's my story, Edie, Orson, and Leo.